Yeah, some help from your garden. We're going to go out to this beautiful spot in Westland where hundreds of vines are in full bloom right now. They're all a species of what you might know as Clematis, but I believe the experts say Clematis. It's from the Roger Clematis collection. Curator Linda Butler is going to join us from this spot in Westland this morning. Good morning, Linda. Let's tackle that pronunciation first. I say Clematis, you say what?
All right. I say Clematis. The word is based on the Greek word for vine, which is clema, so Clematis.
Well, that
However,
makes sense.
if you say Clematis, I will not correct you.
Okay. Well, everybody in the newsroom was saying it that way. They were correcting me because you had told me the other pronunciation, Clematis. Tell me why it's so key to have this in your backyard.
Well, there are many, many kinds of vines you can use, honeysuckles and all kinds of things, but with Clematis you have a fabulous array of shapes and colors, and I have a display for us here of some of the different textures, and we're used to seeing the large flowered hybrids. I call these the glamour girls, and this is what people usually gravitate to first, and they can also be double, which is pretty striking, but none of those are yellow, but we do have little yellow Clematis from the steppes of Mongolia. We have the little bells that actually don't climb, and we have trumpet shapes. This is where we get our best red.
And these are very hardy vines, correct? Easy to care for?
Well, winter hardy, yes. And there's nothing here that's going to be challenged by anything that happens in the maritime Northwest. And this one that I'm holding now is hardy to zone 2. It grows on the shores of Lake Baikal in Siberia.
Wow, incredible. There's so many species, like 300 or so?
Right, there's 325 species, and they're on all the major continents except Antarctica. And who knows, we may find them there when the ice melts.
Tell me about what is happening there. This is the Rogerson Clematis collection there in Westland, and this is open to the public, correct?
Right, it's at a public park that's owned by the city of Lake Oswego, and people can visit dawn till dusk every day. And we're here on Fridays with volunteers who can answer questions and give more particular information. We've got a wonderful website that tells you what's in bloom. I just updated that last night, and there's 208 different varieties of Clematis in bloom right now.
So this must be your high season out there then, with all those in bloom.
This is the first year that we've actually done a week-by-week count. So last week actually was 210.
Wow. Final question for you. If I were just going to add one to my yard, which would you suggest?
Well, if you want a climber, the one that's laying here in front of the Plant Lover's Guide to Clematis, which I happen to have written, and it was published by Timber Press, which is a local publisher, but distributed worldwide. Pearl de Jour right here is absolutely fabulous. It's an unphotographable, almost, periwinkle blue. It's the same cultivar that's on the cover of the book, and it flowers usually twice in a season, gets 10 to 12 feet tall, and really is good at knitting the different layers of the garden together.
Yeah, you're right about that color. It's just fabulous. So as we wrap up here, tell me where to find this. You mentioned it's a piece of property owned by the city of Lake Oswego, but what's the address?
125 Rosemont Road, and it's a Westland zip code 97068.
Okay.
But that's not a mailing address. That's the visiting address, dawn till dusk every day.
All right, good to know, and we will certainly put that information up on our Portland Today Facebook page. Linda, thank you so much for joining us. Clematis. I'm always going to say it that way, and I'll correct other folks as I do it.